இப்போ வந்து ரைட் now வந்து நம்ம செலேனியம் ஃபீச்சர்ஸ் என்னன்றதை கொஞ்சம் நம்ம தெரிஞ்சுக்கலாம். இந்த செலேனியம்னால ஆட்டோமேஷன் டூல் செலேனியம் வந்து என்னென்ன ஃபீச்சர்ஸ் இருக்கு அப்படின்ற ஒரு ஹைலைட்டை வந்து நம்ம கேப்சர் பண்ணிக்கலாம். செலேனியம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா வந்து செலேனியம் இஸ் அன் ஓப்பன் சோர்ஸ்ன்னு சொல்லுவோம். ஓப்பன் சோர்ஸ்னா என்ன? ஓப்பன் சோர்ஸ்ன்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா வந்து இந்த செலேனியம் டூலை டெவலப் பண்றதுக்கு அவங்க செலேனியம் டெவலப்பர்ஸ் வந்து எழுதுன கோட நம்மளுக்கு ஆக்சசபிளா இருக்கும். அப்ப பாத்தீங்கன்னா வந்து இந்த இந்த செலேனியம் டூல எழுதுற கம்ப்ளீட்டான கோடு வந்து நம்ம கையில இருக்கு. அது ஓபன் டு பப்ளிக். அதை வச்சு நம்ம வந்து இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் டெவலப் பண்ணலாம், இல்ல அதை ட்விஸ்ட் பண்ணலாம், ட்வீக் பண்ணலாம், கொஞ்சம் கஸ்டம் பண்ணலாம், கொஞ்சம் சேஞ்சஸ் பண்ணலாம். அண்ட் இட் இஸ் ஓபன் டு பப்ளிக். ஸோ செலேனியம் இஸ் அன் ஓப்பன் சோர்ஸ் automation testing tool. First point you need to understand. Selenium is an open source automation testing tool. So meaning open source னா இந்த செலேனியம் எழுதுறதுக்கு உண்டான கோடு பாத்தீங்கன்னா GitHubல வந்து ஆல்ரெடி இருக்கு. ஸோ GitHubல ஆல்ரெடி இருக்கிறதுனால நம்மளுக்கு வந்து அதோட கோடு எப்படி ஒர்க் ஆகுது எல்லாமே டீட்டெயில்டா நம்மளுக்கு தெரியும். ஸோ இது வந்து நம்ம வந்து தெரியாமலாம் இல்லை, இந்த கோடை வச்சுக்கிட்டு நம்மளால வந்து கஸ்டம் பண்ணலாம், ட்வீக் பண்ணலாம், சேஞ்சஸ் பண்ணலாம், என்ன வேணாலும் நம்ம பண்ணலாம். இதுக்கு காசு கட்டி நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ணணும் இந்த டூல் அவசியம் இல்லை. இந்த டூல் யார் வேணா டவுன்லோட் பண்ணி இந்த ஆட்டோமேஷன் டூலை யூஸ் பண்ணலாம். இல்லை இந்த டூலை இன்னும் அதிகப்படுத்தி இன்னும் நிறைய ஃபீச்சர்ஸும் நம்மளால ஆட் பண்ண முடியும். ஸோ தட் இஸ் வை வி கால் Selenium is an open source automation testing tool. Clear with this part? Okay. The next important part is the Selenium. Let me put it in this way. Like Selenium, there are so many other automation tools in the market, but Selenium is exclusively designed to test web-based application. But there are so many other automation testing tool which is not only designed for web-based application. It is also designed for API testing. It is also designed for contract testing, and it is also designed for so many other performance testing also designed. But Selenium is a tool which is used exclusive to test web-based application.
Okay.
Okay. Now the first point, what I told you, Selenium features. For Selenium is an open source automation testing tool, meaning there is no need to pay any money, and the complete source code to develop this Selenium is visible to us, and so it is called as open source automation testing tool. And there are so many other automation tools in the market, but Selenium is exclusively used for testing web-based application. This is point number 2. The third important point is that there are not only one browser in the market. We are all aware there is Google Chrome browser. We are all aware that there is a Mozilla Firefox browser, Microsoft Edge browser. So, and Selenium supports multiple browsers. Selenium supports multiple browsers. So let us understand, Selenium is not only used to work only on Google Chrome or Firefox. It also supports many other browsers. So let me give you this point. Selenium supports multiple browsers, multiple browsers. So what are the browsers it is supporting? Officially Selenium is supporting Google Chrome. Officially Selenium is supporting Firefox. Officially Selenium is also supporting Internet Explorer. Which Explorer? Which is no more in the market, but it was supporting Internet Explorer, and it is also supporting Safari browser. There are 3 major operating systems. One is Windows, Mac OS, and then Linux. And Selenium works with multiple platforms, or Selenium is compatible working with multiple operating systems, and that is one of the feature. Selenium works with multiple platforms, like Windows, Linux, and Apple Mac OS. Okay. Thank you, guys. Now there is a beautiful, amazing feature that I'm going to tell you. What is this most important feature? The fourth feature is a very, very important feature. Now, some developers, they work in Java. They are very good in Java, so we call them as Java developers. They only know how to write code in Java. They are called as Java developers. Some developers, they know how to write code in Python. They are called as Python developers. Some developers, they are very good in writing JavaScript code. They are called as JavaScript developers. So Selenium is a tool. Selenium is a tool. As of now, understand Selenium is a tool, but actually it is not a tool. Very soon I will change the definition of Selenium. Selenium is not a tool, but for our general understanding, I will call it as a tool as of now. But when you are maturing, when you are understanding Selenium completely, you should not be calling Selenium as a tool. Selenium should be called as a library. Okay. As of now, for your understanding, I'm calling as Selenium as is a tool which can be coded in multiple languages. If you are a Java developer, you can operate or code Selenium in Java. If you are a Python developer, you can operate or code Selenium in Python. If you are a JavaScript developer, you can code Selenium or operate Selenium using JavaScript also. So let us understand what are the languages that Selenium supports. Interested? Can we know? Thank you. Selenium can be coded in multiple languages. Can be coded in multiple languages. Multiple languages. What are those languages? It can be coded in Java, meaning if you are good in Java, you can operate or code Selenium in Java. Or you can also use something called as C sharp, or C sharp is a programming language. Using C sharp also you can code Selenium or you can operate the tool Selenium. Or if you are from a JavaScript background, or if you are from a JavaScript background, Selenium also supports JavaScript, or it can also, Selenium can also support Python. And also the last thing is that it can also support Ruby. So Selenium is an automation tool. It can be operated in multiple languages. Java, it can be operated using Java, or either using C sharp, or either using JavaScript, or either using Python or Ruby. Okay, all these are programming languages or scripting languages where we use them for our way to code. Okay, now you can ask a question saying that, Karthik, do I need to learn Java, C sharp, JavaScript, Python, and Ruby in order to work with Selenium? Not necessary. You can learn any one language and try to operate the tool Selenium. Clear? Trying to go to Selenium's official site. Selenium official site is this one. Selenium official site. It is this one. Could you see Selenium can be operated using .NET? I told either .NET or C sharp. It can be operated using Ruby. It can be operated using Java. It can be operated using Python. It can be operated using JavaScript. So using these five languages, you can operate or you can code Selenium. Not necessary you should be knowing the complete all these five languages, but either using any one of the languages, you can still code or work with the Selenium. Supported browsers as of now, it is Chrome browser, Edge browser, Firefox browser, Internet Explorer, and Safari. Okay, what they have added newly is Edge browser is also added, so it is officially supporting. These are the browsers that it is supporting. Clear? Now, Selenium offers three important components. This is the Selenium official site. When you're going to selenium.dev, you have three important components. One component is called as Selenium WebDriver. Another component is called as Selenium IDE. Another component is called as Selenium Grid. So you might ask me question, Karthik, so I need to learn all these three components in order to understand, or in order to completely master Selenium. So do I need to learn all these three components? The simple answer is no. Okay, so 99.9% in the industry, we are using Selenium WebDriver only. Whenever they are selling Selenium, it is indirectly meaning it is Selenium WebDriver only. Okay, Selenium IDE is a record and playback tool for people who do not know how to automate. For people who are amateur in automation, they will use this Selenium IDE in order to record a particular workflow, and then they click on the play button so that whatever the steps that you have recorded in that particular session, it will get executed or it will play that one. So the Selenium IDE is not used for complex, or it is not used for in the real world to test any application. It is just for learning. In the industry, we don't use Selenium IDE. We are using only Selenium WebDriver. Now, the next important thing, the third component is called a Selenium grid. Now, let me explain it to you in simple terms. Could you see Selenium grid is something where two dots are connected and one dot is controlling? Are you able to see something like that? Where Selenium grid is a little advanced tool where in this this particular node, whatever you are seeing here, no, where it is like a master and slave. So there will be multiple slaves, and to that multiple slaves there will be one master, where if you're having 100 test cases, 50 test cases will be given to one node number one, and that master will ask that node number one to execute those 50 test cases and give us the report, and the remaining another 50 test cases will be given to the other node, and it will ask that node to execute and give. So parallelly, two nodes or two computers are executing the first 50 and the remaining 50 cases, and we get the result immediately, and the master will take care of publishing the result. So it is like a master and slave architecture. And if you want to do parallel execution, parallelly you want to execute, you want to see, one set of test cases you want to execute on Windows, another set of test cases you want to execute on Mac OS, and another set of test cases you want to execute on Linux OS. So three executions can be done and you can get the report simultaneously. Selenium grid is used there. Or you can use that, and one node you can execute in Google Chrome in one specified language, or you can use a Firefox with one specified language, or with the, Edge browser with one specified language, and simultaneously, parallelly, you're executing and you're getting the result. But this is something, advanced. We are committed to learn a Selenium WebDriver. This is more like in setting up the thing and executing it. Only if you are able to understand Selenium WebDriver clearly, you can set up this environment and distribute your test case and you can run. But most of your interview questions will be on Selenium WebDriver. Selenium grid is an advanced topic. If you are going in architect level or 8 years plus experience, then you can learn Selenium grid. But for your interest matter, if you are wanted to learn Selenium grid, you are most welcome. You can, after finishing Selenium grid, you can Selenium WebDriver, you can set up the Selenium grid in your own machine and try to run it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, before going into Selenium WebDriver, before understanding Java, I should teach you how this Selenium WebDriver is, the architecture is, and how is it working, so that you will be able to understand, and then you will be able to relate, and then you can start, working or learning Selenium. Do you want me to explain how this architecture of Selenium WebDriver is, so that you will have a better understanding, and then you will be able to understand the concepts very clearly? Can I show you a diagram? Is it okay? Now, could you see here, we have something called a Selenium client library, which is on my left hand side. I am hovering my mouse, I am pointing my mouse here. This entire thing we call it a Selenium client library. அப்படினா என்ன? Selenium client library na என்னன்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா, Selenium client library means you can operate the Selenium, you can work in Selenium either using Java language, either using Python language, either using Ruby language, or either using C# language. All these languages, whatever the programming languages that you are using in order to work with Selenium, we call that as Selenium client library. Okay. Now, whenever you're writing code in different languages, when the moment after writing all these code, the moment when you're running your code, the moment when you're executing your code, do you know what happens? You want me to tell you what is happening? Java. So irrespective of any programming language, when you're trying to execute or run the code, immediately your code is getting translated. Your code is converted into something called as JSON. Now you should be asking a question, what is JSON now, Karthik? What is an abbreviation for JSON is JavaScript object notation. Okay, now I'll give you one simple example. Whenever you are working with the Word document, if you're saving a Word document, in what format it will get saved? If it is a Word document, it will get saved in a .docx. If it is a PPT document, it will get saved in .ppt. If it is a PDF document, it will get saved in .pdf. Like that, whenever you are running the code is getting translated and it is getting saved in .json format. Understanding? Okay, so now this .json format, whatever it is getting saved, it is going through a protocol. Okay, what is this protocol? Protocol, you need to understand, it is like a, in simple terms, I could say that whenever you're executing a code in C# or Python or Java, the code is getting translated into a format called as a JSON, and the JSON format, whatever the file that we are having, it is traveling over the network. That network we call it as HTTP. Okay, I repeat. I am trying to execute a code in C#. I am trying to execute a code in Python. I am trying to execute a code in Java. All this code, when I'm trying to execute it, it is trying to convert the code into a JSON format, and the JSON format is traveling over a network. That network we call it as HTTP. Now, this code, whatever we are writing, the C# code, whatever we are writing, the Python code, whatever we are writing, the Java code, whatever we are writing, cannot directly go and speak to the browser and get the job done. It needs a translator, because browser is in a different, speaking a different language, and the code whatever we have written is speaking a different language. So for that, if at all you want to talk to a Google Chrome browser, you want to execute a test case in Google Chrome, you need to have a translator for Google Chrome, and the translator name is called as a browser driver. Google browser driver you need to install. Only then you will be able to talk to the Google Chrome browser. You are able to understand? Whenever we are writing code in C#, Python or Java, the code gets converted into a JSON format and it is traveling over the network, and that network we call it as HTTP. And now this code or this JSON format that cannot directly talk to the browser. We need the respective browser drivers. We need to install the browser drivers, and this JSON format, will talk to the browser driver, over again a network, and that conversation, whatever the browser driver is, it will understand the complete code whatever you are writing, and then it will translate it, and then the browser driver will speak to the browser and get the job done, and it will return the reply back to the browser driver, and the browser driver again will return it to the user, so that you'll be able to understand. This is the workflow. So the browser driver and the browser are talking over HTTP server. And the code that you're writing is called as a Selenium client library, and that is talking to the Selenium browser using JSON format via HTTP protocol. Are you able to understand? You write your test code. Your test code in either Java you will be writing, or you will be writing in Python, or any supported language, you will be writing. Okay, and Selenium turns your test code into JSON. So Selenium, when I mean Selenium, it is the client, the code that you are writing in, because whatever you are trying to in your machine, whatever you are trying to write the Selenium code, we call that as a client. Okay, so Selenium, the client, converts your test instructions into a format that computer understands. You want me to explain like this with what do you say, with the notes, or just explanation is okay? So Selenium, the client converts your test instructions into format that computer understands. We call it as JSON, and that is called as JavaScript object notation. Now JSON sent to browser driver via HTTP. Now what does this mean? இது வந்து ஒரு small example நான் சொல்றேன். This JSON is then sent over the internet protocol, and that internet protocol we call it as HTTP, is sent over the internet protocol that is called as HTTP to a browser driver. Okay. So these browser drivers could be a Chrome driver, or for Firefox we call it as a Gecko driver, or for Firefox driver we call it as Gecko driver. These drivers are only one which can speak to the respective browsers. We cannot, our code, the Selenium client code, cannot directly talk to the browser. Okay, browser acts like a translator. As I told you, browser acts let me tell you, browser driver acts like a translator. Okay, and the thing is that each browser has its own driver. Okay, each browser has its own driver. Okay, this is also is important. The driver reads the browser driver reads the JSON message, and translates into browser language. Okay, and the next important thing, browser does the work and sends the result back. Browser does the work and sends results back. Okay, and the next thing is that this browser does the work and sends result back. We call it as the browser performs the action. We can say the browser performs the action. Okay, then driver sends a JSON response to Selenium client. Selenium client is nothing but our code. So driver sends a JSON response back to the Selenium client, and we will be able to understand. So that one also I will give. The driver meaning the browser driver converts the result into JSON again, and sends back it to Selenium client. Whatever the code we are writing, it is called as a Selenium client. Okay, clear? This is for your technical understanding. Clear? Yes, no?
Yeah.
Were you aware about this one, or this is the first time you are learning this one? Can you quickly confirm, everybody?
First time I'm getting this.
Okay, Intuja. You are from a tech background or from a non-tech background?
I'm into manual testing for past 7 years. And,
Okay. So others, Rahul and Shalini, this is the first time when I ask something, you guys need to respond. Okay. The next thing is we have already studied about Selenium features, Selenium
it's a
WebDriver.
question.
Okay. Thank you. So Selenium features we have already studied. Selenium WebDriver architecture we have understood. The diagram we have understood. The technical explanation I have given. The next thing is that we will try to see how we can install Java and the response, the edit, what are the necessary things that we wanted, we will be seeing it. Okay, the next important thing I will give you 5 steps, 5 step by step instructions to run, 5 step by step instructions to run basic Selenium program. To run what? Basic Selenium program. So I'm giving you 5 steps. So each step I will be guiding you, and so that while we complete the 5th step, we will be running the basic Selenium program. Okay, the first step in order to run the Selenium program, we have to install Java, because through Java only we are running Selenium. Install Java and
Yes.
Selenium. Okay, install Java and set Java home path in system variable. First, let me explain what is this one, and then I will go to the second step. First, I need to install something called as Selenium. I need to install Java, and then after installing Java, I need to set the Java as a home path in my system variable. I will explain it and I will tell it to you. Okay. First, we are opening the browser here and we are going to the Java. Okay, we are going to the Java. So Java is officially owned by the Oracle. Okay, Java is officially owned by whom? Oracle. Okay,
Oracle.
now
Oracle.
I will go and see what are the things that I want to install. So in our project, there are so many versions of Java available. I want to install Java 17. What version I want to install?
17.
Java 17 download for Windows. So just click on that one. You will have Java 17. Because why I'm saying it is 17? Because after 17, you have to pay and use Java. Until 17, it is free. So that is why we are using Java Standard Edition 17. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So
Yes.
Java Standard Edition 17. And we wanted to install for which, what is our machine? Our machine is Windows. So I will go ahead here. X64 is my machine, Windows X64 installer. I will click on this particular this particular installer. It will download that for me. It will download that Windows. What I'm trying to go, Java Standard Edition 17 to this development kit here, and then I'm trying to go and hit on this Windows X64 installer. Okay, it is getting installed. So please wait. Let us see how it is getting installed. Okay, after it is getting downloaded, I will try to double click on this one. Double go to your downloads. Okay, and then it click on yes. Click on yes. It is trying to open up the this software has already been installed, or would you like to reinstall it? Okay, it is already installed. Let me uninstall it because I want to show you what is happening. Only then be able to install it. Okay, I will uninstall if it is already installed. It is already installed, so I will uninstall it for now. This and all you don't need to do it. Just because I want to show you something, I'm reinstalling. Okay, it is uninstalled. Now I'm trying to run the code again. Double click on that window on that particular installer. Click on yes. Okay, it's preparing, the window is getting prepared. So click on next. And you have to know that where it is getting installed. It is getting installed in my C drive, program files, Java and JDK 17. Okay, just remember this one. It is getting installed in my C driver under the folders, program files, under Java, under JDK 17. It is getting installed. I click on next. Okay, so it says it is successfully installed. Click next to all these things I do want. I'm clicking on close. Okay, after this is installed, we need to go and see where it is getting installed. So it is getting installed in my C drive. In my C drive, I have to go inside the C drive and it is under program files. There is a folder by name Java. Is there a folder by name Java here? What was the name we initially saw? C drive program files 86 or programs here? It is not 86, it is program files, C drive program files, Java here. If we go, we have that Java development kit JDK 17 is getting in, it is installed. We need to tell to our computer, to our laptop, to our operating system that whenever there is a Java program executed, it has to know where are the Java related files. So I need to tell to my machine that Java related files are present in this path. So what I will try to do here is I will copy this path. Okay, I will copy this path and put it in my system environment variable, meaning so that wherever I'm executing Java program, it will come here to this particular path and then it will execute. Okay, I have something called as edit. edit environment variables. On your start button, on your Windows button, just write edit. You will have this option, edit the system environment variable. Click open that one, click open that, and again click on environment variables. In that environment variables, you will have something called as path. This path, just click on this path and click on edit. And here you need to give that Java. Where is that Java present? So I have copied this path and now I am pasting it here. So I am telling to my machine, wherever Java program I am trying to run it, you need to know that Java related files are here. So come and use these files and execute it. So click OK and OK. And after that, you will have something called as bin folder also. This is where all your Java related JDK, you have to go to JDK. This path we have copied and pasted in environment variable. Again, I have to copy this bin folder also, copy the entire path, copy this path, and also update it in my environment variables, so that it will be, if at all there is any Python, or sorry, if at all we are writing any Java related programs or Java related stuffs we need to do, this bin folder will have all my necessary packages to execute the Java program smoothly. Click on this path and then say edit, and then click on new, and even paste the bin folder. Initially we are given JDK 17 and bin folder path also we are given. And now click on OK, click on OK, and click on OK. Now close everything and see whether Java is successfully installed or not. Click on Windows R, and then type CMD, command prompt, and then click open it. You will have your command prompt here. Just write Java space hyphen version. The moment when you are hitting enter, it should search all your system and it will go to that path whatever we have given, and it is reading that Java 17 is present in our machine. It is also giving the what is the other details, what are the builder details, everything is coming. This is important. Now we have successfully installed Java in our machine. Clear? Okay, so this is how
Yes.
you will be installing your Java. Now I have the second important thing. The second important step here is, as of now we will go with Eclipse as an IDE, but there is an advanced Eclipse called as IntelliJ. Okay, but as of now we'll go with Eclipse because Eclipse has more support in Java than IntelliJ. For now, we'll stick on to Eclipse. In later classes, I will teach you another editor also called as IntelliJ. So the next thing what we are trying to install, it is called as install Eclipse. This is an IDE where we will be writing our Java Selenium program and store our Java Selenium program and run it. And this IDE will help me to run my Java program. So install Eclipse and create a new Maven project. What is this Maven project also? I will tell you in detail. Okay, it is like creating a project and installing or making sure that Selenium dependencies are present. Okay, what is the second step? Install Eclipse and create a new Maven project with Selenium dependencies. Let's do that one. Okay, we have to go to our browser, click on Eclipse, click on Eclipse Foundation. Okay, Eclipse downloader. I have clicked on Eclipse IDE for Java developers. So I have not used this one. This release was on 2013. So I have gone with the new release which is available here. Try the Eclipse installer, where there's Eclipse installer, which is the latest one. So we are using this one. It is getting downloaded. So let us see this installer. So Eclipse installer, you can directly look for it. Will give a lot of other things. So we wanted only IDE for Java developers. Don't go with others or not. Just say Eclipse IDE for Java developers, and then it will ask Java to virtual machine and all these things. Let it be on the default path. Don't do anything. Just click on install. 21 and 23. Okay, let it be on default path. It is installing. Accept now. So meantime, I will share these notes with you.